were younger, we were around. And the grandmother said, I told my father, I said, I'm waiting. What do we now wait? Do you understand what I said? Did you hear what I said? Did you hear? So my grandmother told her son not to beat his son. Because whatever my brother was doing, he was doing what my father used to do.
Okay.
So now we knew that our dad, when he was growing up, was also a crook. So now, then how are you going to live with your children when your parents tell you about your foolishness? You are in trouble. So God says here, your sins, when God forgives your sins, is what? They are cancelled. He doesn't bring them up with your children to know what your mischiefs are. Is that not good? For parenting, that's very nice. So you don't want your kids to know what you do when you misbehaved. So God says, when your sins are forgiven, they are cancelled and buried in the depths of the sea. Says no fishing is allowed. Don't bring your sins of the past day. Don't bring them up here. Yeah. So come on, what would you feel if when you go to your mother tells your wife how you misbehave? You feel very bad. Yeah, you don't want to know what happened there. So you don't want to know. So the past is what? It's done. We are beginning life anew. Yeah. This is important. You were a church elder and you are stolen from here, but the church has forgiven you. And when you have become a church, your first elder, you are making announcement, offering. You know what? You know that one is the one who stole the 3,000 we were paying for. You feel so bad. Your testimony is destroyed. So your sins are cancelled and buried in what? The depths of the sea. So they can give your image, your testimony. If you are in Christ, your sins are what? Are cancelled and forgiven. Make sense? So when you are here, when your sins are forgiven, everyone is good. As good as your suit is. Because your sins have been taken care of. There's nothing covered again. Evil being covered. Everything is new. So that's important. 3. So you want in new righteousness, your sins are cancelled. And then God says, you are a friend of God. God makes you his friend. God has reconciled you, has made you a friend of God. Like Abraham. You are God's friend. Because your sins have been cancelled, and your righteousness, you have been given a new righteousness, so you have a friendship with God. The barrier has been removed. Now God is a friend. Yeah. So you are a friend of God. Jesus said, you are my friends. You are not my servant. You are my friend. So you are a friend of God. If we are a friend of God, God says that we know that God hears our prayers. That's what it says. Because we are his friends. We know. When we go to him in prayer, he hears our prayers. If you are not his friend, he can't hear your prayers. He hears your prayer because you are his what? His friend. My friend is crying. Oh, God is here already. So we are a friend. There are many things we read here. This is how you read things. In verse 14, is a wonderful statement there in verse 14. Can you read it for me? Come on with it.
For the love of Christ controls us.
Yes.
Because we have concluded this.
Yes.
That one has died for all.
Yes.
Therefore all have died.
Yes. Yeah. When we have come to the conclusion, it says, because we have concluded, if one died for all, why did he die for all? Because he died because of what? A sin. So we have come to this conclusion, come to this understanding. And one has died and died for all of us. And died in our place. What comes in your hand? What brought him to die for us is that now the love of Christ compels you. Now you have a new, we call it a new motivation